What is going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and today we've got the round 2 review of my SuperCoach season. So we've scored the 2-4-1-3 season rank of 8,463, and honestly it's not bad considering no McRae, no Cribs. It's actually pretty good. That being said, not having those two is killing me. No Shelley either, no Brody, so it's a bit of a struggle, but to be where we are, I'm not too unhappy, and I know I can trade well. But yeah, so this is the dilemma. We've used two trades. We'll talk about trades in a second. Let's go to the team. So Tom Stewart wasn't actually that good, so I'm glad he scored 103. Chris bounced back nicely. That's why you don't trade primos. That being said, I might contradict myself in a minute with this guy here. Not Jaden Short. Jaden Short's a goat. Leave him. Just loves stat padding. Lockie Whitfield is a dickhead. Seriously. I don't know what to do with him. It's at this point he just looks terrible. Like, he's got the role, but he's just not doing anything. They don't look for him. He doesn't even stat pad. He doesn't go for those cheap little 1-2 touches or anything. I don't know what to do with Lockie Whitfield at this point. It's a real 50-50. Just because we don't. I don't know. I'll be interesting to see what other people are doing with him. Is people trading him out? Yeah, 11,000 people traded him out. I don't blame you. George Hill is a goat. Love this pick. And Paddy McCartan played really well. So, stoked with that. O'Driscoll 18 on the bench. Kicked a ripping goal when he came on as a sub. I think he'll actually get a spot, to be honest. Darcy, yeah, probably needs another big man to replace him, but I really hope O'Driscoll gets a game because he looked really good. And actually got a CBA in the end. Like, one of the real clutch CBAs. So, yeah. Jack Steele, well, he's just done enough. He was doing terrible all game and sort of clutched up at the end, but I swear, it's not even him. His teammates just don't look for him, honestly. And it just hurts, man. Like, not picking McRae and picking Steele over him. Look, I don't hate myself for it. But obviously in hindsight, it was the wrong decision. Because I just thought, Steele doesn't have anyone to compete with him. Like, he can literally just get as much of the ball as he wants. They'll always look for him like they did last year. And it's just done a complete 180 this year. They don't look for him ever. They don't even tap to him. Like, the rucks don't tap to him. There's something going on there. Hopefully Steele sort of, sits him down or something, sits the midfield group down and says, wake up, like, I'm the best player on this team, like, give me the ball, it's not that hard. Who knows, but anyway, we have to trust him. 111, it's fine. He had like 12 tackles or something, so he should be scoring a lot more. He's just not getting quite enough of the ball, and he's not having the greatest efficiency, I don't think. So yeah, Tuke Miller, not much to say about him. He's a goat. Try and get him in as soon as possible if you don't have him. It's the same situation with McRae for me, so yeah. So Lockie Neal, 198. I captained him. I had my back against the wall. Vice Captain Grundy, dumb idea in hindsight. But Captain Neal, just couldn't be happier. He's so good. And he should have had another goal as well. It got touched, like barely touched. But it would put him on like 215 or something. Unbelievable player. Just so good. So I bought in Lipinski this week for Dusty. Yeah, I mean, 86, it's a pass, I guess. But hopefully you can get a bit more out of him. I still feel confident in the pick, even though, it's not the greatest score. But yeah, Lipinski, I hope he can make 150k and get to that 500, 550 mark. I think he can. Could be a good stepping stone to someone like Jack McRae, potentially. I'm not sure. So Matt Rao, 342k, 71. So he was killing it, absolutely killing it at halftime, and then Stuart Dew decides to make him a tagger. Like, what are you thinking, Stuart Dew? Like, if I saw him, I would literally give him the biggest spray right now. What a waste of talent to just make someone that good tag. Like, fucking make someone else. Like, there's three of you in the midfield. Matt Rao and Miller are untouchable. Do not fiddle with them. And they got smashed in the second half, I think. Just stupid. And like, what, are you going to tag Petrarca? And he still had 41 touches. Matt Rao's not a tag. I'm sure he's never tagged in his life. But yeah, Stuart, you wake up to yourself, dead set. So don't worry about Rao. I think he'll be back to his best anyway. No need to trade him. No, not even thinking about trading Matt Rao. And if he's tagging consistently, then we'll have to look at it. But yeah, I don't see that happening. He's just too good. Like, just wake up. Anyway, getting too angry. So Jason Horne-Francis, he's really, really good. Considering the forward mid split, he gets a lot of forward time, like mostly forward. But man, to still score what he's scoring as a forward, with a few CBAs, no doubt. But yeah, he's really, really good. Every time he's around the ball, clean disposals, beast in the contest. Just love him. Absolutely love Jason Horne-Francis. I think he could average, if he plays full-time, he could average easily over a 105. Easily. With LDU concussed, probably means 1 week out, maybe. I don't know. Taron Thomas actually broken ribs. Yeah, he might actually get a few more CBAs. So Jason Horne-Francis could be really, potentially a keeper. Potentially. No, he's only going to be a mid. Unless he's a mid forward, he could be a keeper. Nick Dacos had a quiet one. I think he had plenty of the ball, just lacked efficiency, which is fine. You know, he's only a kid. It's fine. Don't worry about him. Dylan Stevens, 95. Really good to see him bounce back as well. So I kind of want to keep Stevens on the field, but you know, I guess it's not the end of the world if I don't. We'll try and speed this up a little bit. So Ward and McDonald, meh, very meh. Pretty keen on getting rid of both of them. I think they're going to be dead rookies, especially Ward. What's his break even? 16. It doesn't look like he can get back to those heights that he did in pre-season. That being said, he did score 120 in the pre-season. Sorry, he scored 90 or something in fantasy. So I don't know. Grundy, pass, Wits, a little bit under, but you know what? He rucked against 2 great rucks in Jackson and Gorn, so I'm not too worried about him. Who does he play this week? Plays Flinny, so should go quite large against them. But yeah, I think he's safe for a 95 to 105 average. Big bad Jared Witts. Eventual upgrade him to Gorn, who should be pretty discounted. So Dunkley 97 pass. Butters GOAT 136. No goals, just so much better than Heaney. I know Heaney's dropped 2 140s, cool, but he's kicked 5 goals or 10 goals in 2 weeks or something, or 8 goals. I don't know. He kicked a lot of goals. Butters has kicked like maybe 1 goal in the 2 weeks and still like basically matching him on average. So Butters is such a better pick. In the long run, Butters would better. That being said, Heaney does look great. I just don't see his goals maintaining. Cogs 99 slowed down a lot. Should have had a lot more, but still amazing for that price. McGovern probably have to go. Actually played well, which is disappointing. He played well and he scored terribly. Kind of a red flag. Depends how you look at it, but yeah, probably has to go. And then Tristan Cherry, so 120. I think he's just about as much of a lock as anyone. I'm really happy I picked him. Swapped him for Brody last second, whereas really I should have swapped him for McGovern. That's okay. So yeah, Cherry, probably put him in this week. It has to be this week, I think. Yeah, he's break even. What's his break even? Minus 77. Yeah, okay. And Jackson Hayes, so 68. Yeah, whatever. I mean, he's still got a very low break even of minus 135, so it makes 100k next week. He scores 98. Pretty stoked with that. So now with trades. So this is where it gets very iffy, and I'm more than happy to use a trade booster this round because I feel like this is a pivotal round in the season. So when we're looking at, I think I absolutely need Will Brodie. He's getting the midfield time. He's going to make a lot of money, and it'll be too late to get him next week, I believe. So if he scores, if he scores 67, he goes up 50k. That makes me like almost guarantee I have to get him. And it's a bit sideways McGovern to Brodie, but plenty of money to be made with Brodie. So I think you need him. So that's my first trade. Pretty comfortable with that. Whatever. Now it gets a little more interesting because I really think Durden will bounce back. Still got to break into minus 11. I know it was a really bad game. Ward, I don't know if he can bounce back. And I want to get rid of Whitfield as well. So Jake Bowie is very tempting. I'm not going to lie. And it looks like I can't really do anything else besides getting rid of Whitfield. So I can't quite go Ward to Cripps. I don't quite have enough. That being said, it's hard. Because do I just trade Whitfield? That's the thing. Do I just trade Whitfield for Bowie? Because it's hard. It's a really tough one. I could get, and this is the thing, I don't have a Shelley either, so it seems like I might actually need Shelley. So if I go to SuperCoach and we actually look at the players with the best break evens, let's have a look just quickly. So break even. So Joshua Shelley is number 4 with a minus 68. So he makes 70k if he scores 88. He is a gun. That being said, he is a small forward, but he has scored, what is it? 118 and 58. Pretty high variance. How many goals did he kick? Let me just check real quick how many goals he kicked, because I'm very, very close to going without him. And I know it's psycho, but it's either him or Cripps I have to go without. And who does he play in the next few weeks? So Rochelle's kicked 1 goal and scored 58. 20 touches though, so that's promising. And I know it might sound stupid not even like to consider not going with him. He plays Port this week. It's gonna be a hard matchup, I think. 420 and Port looks shit. But Patrick Cripps, like what's his break even? Minus 28. So he goes up 60k this week as well. Oh, the headaches, man, the headaches. I guess the question is, do I trust Patrick Cripps to be a top 8? At this point, yes, absolutely. Barring injury, I think he's almost guaranteed top 8. And then Jake Bowie, so he's the interesting one where it feels like a big 50-50 gamble. So if we look at his break even, and I really don't want to trade Primos, but Whitfield just looks terrible. Like, honestly looks terrible. He scored the 151, so he's got money to make a lot. So 78 he scores, goes up 60k next week. The question is, do I get rid of Whitfield? I'll be honest, I don't think he's right. I don't know what it is, I don't think he's right. So now it becomes Bowie and Cripps, or Hall and Rochelle. That's what it becomes now. This is a really tough decision. Like, really, really tough. I think it's got to be Bowie and Cripps. And you know what? My season, it's not over, but I feel like I'm on the back foot. I do have to take some risks. So Jake Bowie, 151 at 265k. I do remember Max Gorn saying, put him in your Supercoach teams. So maybe he's got that cheesy halfback role. I didn't actually see much of him on the weekend. Like, I don't know what he really did. And then we'll trade a dead rookie like Connor McDonald. Oh no, we'll trade Brady Ho, because he actually is a dead rookie. Patrick Cripps, who's averaging the 147. That being said, Andrew Brayshaw is seriously tempting. But Cripps, the value is just too good. And I think that's what we have to do. So it does mean no Rochelle. That being said, I can get Rochelle next week. If I absolutely have to. I can. I would have to get rid of Horde. But at this point, like, I have to miss out on someone, whether it's Cripps, whether it's Brody, whether it's Rochelle, whether it's Hinge. I've missed out on Hinge as well. But yeah, I just, you know what? I think Bowie, it's a gamble I like the look of. I like the look of this gamble. I mean, they rate him highly at Melbourne. If Gorn's saying that, they really do. But yeah, these are the trades I think I'm going with. That being said, I don't know for sure. It could change. Could change in the next 10 minutes. That's how crazy my team is. But yeah, that'll be it. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know in the comments what you guys have to think or have to say, because I'm genuinely confused this week. There's a lot of options and a lot of players you're gonna have to miss out on inevitably. And that's what's doing my head in. So it's a matter of just getting that right. Who you miss out on and who you don't. So yeah, see you in the next one.